foundations of nutrition according to you? Like, what makes up nutrition?
I would say most people are familiar with the term a macronutrient. It's
Yeah,
called a macro just because macro means big and you need lots of them. So that's your carbs, your proteins, and your fats. And there's different types of carbs. Of course, there's simple carbs like sugars, but then there's longer form carbs that are called starches, which are found in grains and bread and potatoes and things like that, as well as there's fiber is very important. So that's your carbohydrates, your lipids or your fats and your oils. Many people are scared of them, right? Because we store excess weight in our body as fat. And so many people will, hear of dietary fat and think that it's very bad for you. But that is incredibly good for you, believe it or not. Our hormones, for example, testosterone for males, the primary, muscle hormone and things, is derived from a cholesterol molecule, which is a fat.
absolutely.
And again, there's we could get into the chemistry if you choose, but we don't have to. But there's different kinds of fats like unsaturated and you know saturated, polyunsaturated fats, and they
Yeah,
have different effects on the human body. Some are labeled good and some are labeled bad. I'd say in moderation. The biggest thing you should control is total calories, and of course, total calories are contributed by your carbs and your fats, your lipids, and then the last one is protein. And there's really not major classes of proteins. You know, most times if you're eating protein from a chicken or from an egg or from nuts and things where you're getting your protein, it's all the same. However, proteins are made of smaller things called amino acids, and you need to make sure you get all the different varieties of amino acids in your diet, which again, all these things are stuff that we can get into in better detail if you desire. But then there's the micronutrients, and that's just your vitamins and your minerals. We are what we eat. Your body can't be made of anything that you haven't eaten in your diet at any point. And so, for example, there's iron is a component of the hemoglobin in your blood, and calcium and phosphorus are components of your bones, and sulfur is a component of your hair. If these are all minerals, and if you're not eating them in your diet, your body can't use them as part of your structure, right? So if you don't have a balanced diet, your body can't function properly. And then we have several vitamins. There's six major classes of vitamins, and A, D, E, K are fat soluble, and then B and C are water soluble. But then there's, I think, eight distinct B vitamins as well. And vitamins, it actually comes from, I think, a Greek term. It's supposed to mean a vital as an important, and then amine, which is just supposed to mean some sort of a compound in your food. Although I hear amine and I think of an amino acid, which is a protein,
yeah.
but that's not necessarily the case.